He's never met a pretty face he doesn't like.
Nice. And that would bring
An
us
actual
to-
pixie.
Yep.
Alright, so Eglath, I guess battle-crazed Goliath, covered with tattoos and scars, does not like to see plagued. Kind of quiet, stays himself, but is always ready for a fight.
Excellent. Vilius looks at his two friends, a rather diminutive friend and sounds like a huge one as well, a huge scarred companion. He bows towards both of you, Day, and pleased to meet you, my friends. I'm Vilius, cleric of Lathander, servant of the Dawn. Vilius has got he's actually fairly well armoured. He's got a mace and a large shield sporting the emblem of Lathander on it. But he's rather unkempt, particularly for sort of a priest-like person. He's fairly scarred himself and he's got a rather rugged, kind of unwashed appearance to him.
Excellent, and it looks like we have a latecomer. Can't remember who Silash is. We'll give them a couple minutes here. Catch up.
Brilliant.
Hey, Keith.
Yes, sir.
About how much time has passed since Datura's last adventure by the lake, where he and his other group cleared out that wizard's tower?
Oh, that's right. I'd say it's been probably about 2 months since then.
Okay, cool.
Ah, the crazed warlock has returned.
Oh, yeah.
Take it from the tracker.
User entered your channel.
Welcome.
Hello.
Alright, so to catch you up, we're not too far in. So it's the middle of winter. You find yourselves in the town of Loudwater once again. It's a cold morning. It's actually sunny. You have received a summons by the City Council where they are seeking adventurers to investigate a tower that he's emerged from the bottom of Dantum Lake to the south of Loudwater. As you approach the council chambers, you see a few other individuals standing outside the office, waiting for the office to open up. They just got done introducing their characters and describing them.
Just real quick, I'll recap since you weren't here. I'm playing Datura, who's a pixie heartbreaker, sometimes sorcerer.
You also see a Goliath. Looks like a barbarian standing there, along with your old-time friend Velius.
Oh yes, Randrin, very pleased to meet you again. It's been a while since we ventured up in the mountains together.
Oh yeah, it's been a long time. I think I've been lost in the woods or something. It's been a long time since I've been back in the city. I'm just ready to wet my blades again.
Well, it's good to see that you are well and you haven't fallen to any blade.
Well, that would be mighty disappointing if that happened.
Alright, and about that time you hear some noise from the other side of the office door as the door opens up, and you look in to see a human, middle-aged human, with some salt and pepper hair. He's kind of growing out a beard at this point, and some of you recognize him as the one of the head of the council, Stanel, and he says, "Greetings, adventurers. I see that we have had our summons answered. Please, come on inside." And with that, he holds the door open for you all to enter.
I'll nod and follow him inside.
Megalath goes in.
Randuin nods and just walks in slowly, his eyes as paranoid as ever, as he believes this is a trap.
Datura flies in after the others.
Alright, and with that, Stanel, he closes the door and walks to the opposite side of the room, where he's got a nice plush desk made of oak and a chair. You also find that there are about 6 chairs in front of the desk there, and he says, "Please have a seat. Let's discuss things." And with that, he sits down. He says, "Well, I don't know, but you've probably heard the rumors that there appears to have been a tower that's been submerged under Dantum Lake all this time. Well, no one even knew about it, and we're curious what lies within this tower, and if there's any historical artifacts that may be brought back so we can further learn of who lived there, what its purpose is." So the City Council, we've decided to hire you on, if you accept, to explore this tower. We are prepared to pay each one of you a sum of 75 gold pieces each, if that is acceptable.
That's certainly acceptable with me. I can never resist a mystery.
Randuin looks at this guy almost perplexed, and he simply says, "Ooh, is it out of the water now, completely? Because I don't like swimming that much."
Well, the lake is actually frozen over, so you won't have any swimming to do. And, well, it is pretty sunny, but I think we're going to need many more sunny days for that lake to start to melt. So I think you'll be safe for not having to swim out there.
I guess.
Yeah,
Maglath just nods his head.
yeah, you all are a strange lot. Some of you I recognize, some of you are apparently new. I don't think I've ever met you, Eglath. I think that's what you call yourself, if I am correct.
You are correct.
Well, nice to meet you anyways. Anyhow, the city council would like for you to explore the ruins, like I said, and bring back any historical artifacts, so like I said, we might be able to further learn of what its purpose or who built it and whatnot. So if you wouldn't mind doing that, and when you return, we will pay your 75 gold pieces each.
While we're searching the tower for these historical items, if we come across other items or curiosities, we'll be allowed to keep some of them for ourselves.
Sure. Outside of the historical artifacts that would lead us to learn more about this place, anything else you're more than welcome to keep.
Well, that makes the expedition even more interesting.
So,
Is there
well, go ahead, Valius.
is there any information that you could give us about the area? Is there any sort of news of any creatures or any trouble in the area that we might meet? Or is there perhaps any history to the lake?
Well, there are some rumors that there's a giant serpent that dwells within its depths, but no one has ever seen this giant serpent. So, as far as that, other creatures, it's actually been relatively quiet now that, I don't know if you heard, but a couple weeks ago, Bandit Adventures took out one of the leaders to the Blackfoot Orc clan. It appears it was a hill giant that was running that clan. They took him out, and since then it's been pretty quiet down there. And since that one nasty storm hit, there's not too many people that are still residing down there. A lot of people fled to the south to escape the harsh winters. So it should be pretty quiet down that way.
Ooh, a hill giant. Ooh, I would have loved to arm wrestle him.
Yeah, apparently the hero Cade, he almost single-handedly defeated that half-giant. He's a little halfling. It's only a few feet tall. Sounded like it was a hilarious battle.
We must have got behind his back. We couldn't reach him. Awful devious.
size alone does not worry me, I think. Would this be the same? I think this is a different lake to the one I ventured to previously. We had problems with necromancer and undead. Is this lake a different lake to that one?
That's actually the same neck of the woods that you passed by that one time.
Ah, I see. Yes, I recall previously hearing rumours of a serpent there. I'm not certainly sure it's true. It'll be interesting to see what this tower holds, though.
Well, good. And with that, Stanel stands up and clasps his hands together, and he says, "Well, I can't wait to hear more of your adventures within this tower and what you do find. We will eagerly be awaiting it. Unfortunately, I've got to take care of a big pile of paperwork."
Well, rather you than I.
Well, good luck on your adventure.
And you too.
And with that, he heads over to the door and opens it up.
Okay, we'll leave him to it unless anyone else has got anything they want to do.
Nope.
Oh,
Would anyone mind if I took a few minutes to just purchase a few supplies? I'd like to perhaps get a scroll case and some ink and things like that, some parchment, so I could perhaps make notes on anything that we discover.
A good idea.
Alright. So, you guys are going to head down to the general store to pick up some supplies?
Yes, please. I'd like some ink and ink pen, parchment and scroll case, if that's possible to buy.
Alright, so you head down the street, which is pretty empty. A lot of people have recently fled over the last month or so from these harsh winters that have hit. And you easily track down to the general store, enter in, and you see the owner, a red-headed halfling named Latoria, who greets you with a big smile. "Valius, what can I get for you?"
Oh, sorry. I'm just well. Actually, as it happens, we're off to investigate a tower that's cropped up, poking out of the lake. In fact, it's quite a quandary. But we'd like to investigate the history and things about it. So I'd like some ink and some parchment, a pen, and a waterproof scroll case, if possible.
Oh, no problem. And with that, she goes around the store to different shelves, picking up the items for you. She goes, "Here you go," and then she heads down to one end of the aisle. "And here's a scroll case. Anything else we can get for you?"
I think that's perhaps all we should need. I have some cold weather clothing, which would be useful, I think, in this weather. I think that should be everything. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right.
is that the supply store has all the basic provisions, or is that just like the weapons or I'm sorry.
Yeah, she just has just basic provisions and adventuring gear. She doesn't have any of the armor or weapons.
Okay.
Two questions. One, with this store, do they have a store here that would have like spell components, just so I can, top off my component pouch before we go?
Yeah, you could venture off to the Mage Tower, where you can pick up your supplies there.
Okay, excellent. Oh, and second, given my size, is it possible that I could have it set up at these various places in town that I have an account that I can pay a tab on?
With that, you turn on your charm at those places, and they easily give in and set you up with an account.
Excellent. Yeah, I imagine I would have spent most of my downtime here establishing relationships and that kind of thing.
Oh yeah. All right. You guys need anything else in town?
Randuin would just like to go real quick over to the weapon store and just pick up like 2 hand axes, just in case.
All right. So you head down the street and across, not too far from here, over to the blacksmith, and you see a human there. He's pretty tall, middle-aged, with some gray hair, and his name's Branduin, almost like your name. And he's all, hello, mighty dwarf. What can I do for you this day?
Oh, these are 2 finest hand axes. Yeah.
Hand axes. I keep quite a bit of them on hand, with all the loggers around here. And with that, he heads over to an open barrel that has a bunch of axes in it. He says, here you go. Go ahead and pick out 2 of them.
Randuin just like in a paranoid manner just shifts through like what seems like a dozen hand axes, and they all look the same, but to him there's maybe something different about one or the other, some fine detail that he doesn't quite understand. But after like what seemed like a minute, he just picks up 2 hand axes, and there's no rhyme or reason to it, and he just kind of puts them on his waist pouch, and he fishes around in his money sack to pay the appropriate amount.
Alright. And with that, he nods and thanks you for your business.
Drops down a stack of 100 silver coins, I believe that's appropriate. And go right.
Yes. Thank you, mighty dwarf.
Oh, the pleasure is mine. And then he just walks out and leaves them.
Alright. Alright, anything else y'all want to do in town?
Not for me.
All set.
All good?
Alright, so after you collect your supplies, you guys head south along the road towards Dantum Lake. The road follows along the Dantum, or the Loudwater River, which is actually frozen over at the moment. There is some snow on the ground. It's actually, there's only about 6 inches of snow on the ground, so it's been melting pretty good, but it's still pretty cold out. You venture down, following along some wagon tracks in the snow that head south. Occasionally you'll spy a raven sitting along a tree that squawks at you as you guys pass by. And it takes you a few hours to get down towards the beginnings of Denton Lake. You look out to the south of you there, and you see the lake is frozen over, and there's some snow piled on it. You look out into the middle of the lake, and you see this strange-looking tower made out of some type of black stone that juts up out of it, probably about 30 feet out of the lake. Up ahead to the south of you, along the banks of the lake there, you see the docks where usually there's a lot of fishermen coming and going, but it's currently deserted. There's some boats that are pulled up along the shore with some snow piled up on it. There's a few houses there, and you only see one actual person out there, which some of you recognize as Henry. He's one of the locals down this area. He's an older gentleman, probably in his 60s, with gray hair, real long beard, and he's out sitting in front of his house there on a rocker chair, and he holds out his hand and he waves to you guys. Hello there, adventurers.
Hello, kind sir. The wave back.
So what do you think's in that tower over there?
Giant snake monster that wishes to devour us all.
I hope
Glorious
that's
battle. That's what awaits us in the tower.
I hope that's not the case. I hope we learn some interesting history there.
Wow. And you see Henry's eyes go wide with the talk of snake men. He's all, snakes? What? I sure hope there ain't any of them there snakes. Man, I'd hate for one of them to kind of slither up and try and eat me. So, what brings you all down to this neck of the woods? Are you here with them other folk?
Other folk, we weren't aware there was anybody else here.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just assumed you were with them that other band of people that just came through here a couple hours ago. They were kind of a little crazy, if you know what I mean. As he puts his finger up next to his head as he circles it, making that crazy notion. Because they were nuts.
Did they go into the tower?
I hit it off that way, so I assume they went to that tower.
What do you mean crazy? And Random clearly looks almost angry if he's been insulted. But it's clearly not about him. But he still seems a little bit perturbed.
You know, crazy. Something talking about they gotta find this leech. So I don't know. Maybe they ain't snakes in there. Maybe they're leeches. I don't know. That kind of stuff's kind of crazy, if you know what I mean.
Leech. My blood is too thick for it. Drink.
You sure you ain't friends with them there folk? You sound just like 'em, talking crazy.
Are you working with them? He almost seems like he's very confused, clearly, but he's not really sure what to say at this point.
Of course I ain't working with them. I live here. They're strangers. Almost like you're kind of strangers, but, well, you're not really strangers because I've seen you around. But them people, I've never seen them around. Like I said, they're a bunch of nutty folk.
Well, maybe we should be on our way and see what kind of trouble those guys are up to. Make sure they don't take what's ours.
I'm a bit concerned by your words, but I'm sure we will run into these people.
I think one of them, yeah, if I remember right, one of their names I heard was Mortinus. But anyhow, you go get them. You go get those crazy people and you shoo them out of here. We don't like them crazy nutty people around here. Who knows, they might be consorting with them there orcs.
Mortinus. Thank you, I shall remember his name.
Be careful out there on that ice. It's pretty damn slippery.
Ventura kind of snickers. Well, I don't think I have to worry about that one, but we'll be careful.
Yeah, I don't see you having a problem. He looks up at the big guy, Elgleth, there. Says, I think he might have a problem. He's pretty big. Hopefully you're sure-footed.
One doesn't need short feet when they know how to cross the ice.
Okay. Well, it was nice meeting you again there, Valius. And your party of adventurers.
Nice meeting you too, sir.
Have a nice day on this wonderful, wonderful day.
Watch out for giant snakes. Yeah.
I plan on having a good day, but if I see any of them snakes, that might ruin my day. I don't like snakes.
They coil around you. Just rip them in half.
I'd rather not be tangling up with them, if you know what I mean.
Well, hopefully we won't meet any snakes, and if you do, and be sure to let us know. I'm sure we could help.
Oh, okay. Well, have a good one. And with that, he grabs a pipe and starts puffing away. So what are you guys doing from here?
Well, what time of day is it? How long does it take us to get here?
Right now it's probably about noon. It's still sunny out. There's a slight breeze in the air. And
And how far are we from?
from the tower,
Yep.
you could see it off in the distance. You figure it probably only take you about half an hour to walk out there to it.
Well, if everyone's in agreement, we may as well press on.
Is this Mage Tower, or is this the lake next to the Mage Tower, or is this a different lake?
This is the lake where the that tower is jutting out in the middle out there.
Yeah, I know, but I know that, but this is separate from the other one where we met that like really weird wizard living in the tower by himself.
Yeah, that was over towards the east of Loudwater, so it's in a different area.
Okay, just want to make sure. And I'm ready to go.
All right. So you guys gonna head out towards the tower then?
Is there?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So you guys head over towards the dock area, and you can see some footprints that head out to the tower. Looking at the tracks, it looks like there was probably at least half a dozen people that were walking out along the lake there. Off in the distance, as you look off towards the east, off in the far distance, you see some mountains with some snow on it, remembering from past experiences where you fought some of the bandits up in those mountains off that direction. And of course you see this tower that's poking up out of the middle of the lake here. The lake is frozen over. There's some snow covering the ice still. And you guys start heading out there. You're traveling for about 10 minutes or so, and you see up ahead there's a crack in the ice, and it looks like these tracks that you're following, they stop. It looks like you see some slide marks as if maybe someone started to slide down into one of these cracks in the ice. And from the looks of it, you can probably tell that they tried to jump over this crack. It's a pretty good sized crack. It's about 2 feet wide, and it runs about 30 feet long.
Randuin, you can see him just sitting there, and every once in a while he'll do some like really weird motion as he like flex really powerfully and like kind of mutter something under his breath as if he's trying to hype himself up. But then, are there any animals nearby?
You see the occasional raven flying overhead.
Well, you'll see him stop for a moment, and he'll straighten up, and he'll start squawking at the raven.
And they squawk back. Wah, wah.
Give me 1 second, guys.
Do all these tracks look human?
I'm sorry, what was that, Valius?
Do the tracks look human?
Yeah, they do look human size.
Something off here. And Randuin kind of pauses for a moment, and he says, there were 8 people here earlier. My tracking senses. And tell me this. 2 of them slipped into the ice. Oh yeah. And Randuin pulls out some rope, and he ties it around his waist. And before we try to go around or hop over this chasm, he makes it very clear that if somebody wants to jump in and fall in the water, he is very willing to pull them out with his rope if someone wants to hold on to it.
No thanks. I think I'll just go around.
How big is it to go around it?
The crack's only, it looks like it's about 2 feet wide, and it runs about 30 feet long.
How deep is the ice in the crack, if you can see the water beneath down there?
Looks like it's a couple feet thick.
Okay, because I've got Heathcliff with me. I mean, I could leave him at the bank, but Heathcliff's my horse, by the way. So I'd rather go round, if it's possible, go round.
Okay.
Oh my, look, I tried to jump across an ISO break. Thanks.
I don't mind leaving him at the shore if it's a problem, but if we can get around easy enough, I'll be going for that.
And this whole time, you've just been hearing Randuin just squawk at this crow. It seems like he's in like a deep conversation, and the two almost seem to be yelling at each other as they just squawk loud. And this crazed warrior-looking dwarf just stops after a little while, and he shakes his head a little bit, and he looks back to the party members. So, what are we doing? Was distracted. Bird, he's trying to talk to me. Very weird.
What did the creature say?
Oh, I can't break privacy agreements.
Be right back, folks.
Alright.
Although, if you bring the bird back a corpse, it'll be awfully nice to you.
Felix is getting quite used to Randuin now, so he'll kind of smile and nod and have a look at the crack and see if he can see the quickest way to get around it.
You guys see Datura fly out over the ice and hover down just over the surface as he's looking at something underneath.
There's two unfortunate souls in the ice, I think. Either that or they climbed out.
Alright, I'm back. Alright, so Valius and Egleth are going to attempt to walk around the crack.
How thick is the ice? Like when I fly over the crack of the ice, how far down before I see water?
It looks like it's about 2 feet thick.
As I fly past the crack, do I see tracks heading towards the tower?
Yes, on the other side of the crack, you do see the tracks continue towards the tower.
You guys can see Randuin, he's just kind of staring at the crack in the ice, and he's clearly thinking of a way to get into the water. He seems very intent on trying to get whatever was under the ice. Would there be any way for him to get access to it? I mean, is this like a 30-foot deep lake or something?
It is pretty deep down under there.
Yeah, that would be pretty hard. And it's probably pretty cold water, so Randuin will probably give up on the thought of deep sea fishing for people. He just has this idea in his head, you know. He just has to do it, but he'll wait. He'll make a note to come back here when it thaws out.
Alright, so by this point, you see now that Egleth and Velius, they have walked around the crack and are now on the other side. And you see Datura is he's hovering above the crack there, looking down.
And Randuin just kind of grunts angrily and just walks all the way around. He would jump it. He would definitely just jump over it, but it's pretty icy, right? So he might slip and fall.
Yeah.
So after like a slight huff, he just walks around the ice and just keeps looking around and follows the group.
Nice. Alright. So you guys find yourselves on the other side of the crack. Are you going to continue heading towards the tower, or are you going to do something else here at the ice crack?
I think we're just heading towards the tower.
Felix just focuses on the tower now.
Okay. So you continue on towards the tower. It's still a ways out there. Another 10 minutes or so goes by, and you're following the tracks, and up ahead and to the right you see a large hole that's probably about 6 feet wide, about 8 feet long, off to the right. And from looking at the tracks, it looks like there was a scuffle here around this ice, but the tracks do lead towards the tower. Continue on.
Alright, well, Randuin just keeps walking on, occasionally squawking at different ravens as he heads on.
Okay. Alright, so you guys continue on, traveling yet another 10 minutes, and you finally come up to the tower, and you look at the tower, and it sticks up about 30 feet into the air from the lake here. And you see the tracks stop and kind of circle around the tower. And looking up at the tower, it's made out of some type of a black stone. And the tracks lead all the way around the tower. And about 15 feet up the tower, you could see a window that looks like that's the only way visible into the tower. And you do see a grappling hook set into the window with a rope hanging down.
Can I fly up to the window and look through?
Yeah. So you fly up and you look in, and look on the tower there, and you see some furniture. You see some plants growing in there. Some of the furniture is clearly waterlogged. You see some water plants that are growing out of the furniture. You see what looks like remnants of an old pitcher hanging along one of the walls in there. Whatever used to be on that painting is long gone from all the water damage. Looking in, you do see a flight of stairs that leads down deeper into the tower as well.
Is it dark in the room?
Yeah, it is. There's some sunlight coming in. It's a little dark, but there's still plenty of light in that particular room.
Well, are there shadows where I could fly in the room and like try to hide in a corner while I wait for the others to catch up?
Yeah. The tower is actually only about 12 feet in diameter, so it's not too big. But there's plenty of shadows where you can duck in and hide.
And I'll do just that.
You see Randuin walk up to the tower, and he kind of just examines it for a moment, and he's trying to figure out how old this tower is and how sturdy it might be using his dwarven stone pen.
All right.
wondering how long it's been underwater and such. All kinds of just nonsense.
All right. You take a look at it. It's clearly not dwarven stone craftsmanship. Probably human. It's made out of basalt, is what the stone material is. It looks like from the way it looks and the way the stone kind of crumbles as you kind of probably tap on it and test it out. It's probably been under the water for several hundred years.
Ooh, this is an old tower made by long dead humans. Don't expect much to be alive in there, except for the visitors.
Alright, and while you're testing it out, you see Eglath goes over to the rope and he hauls on it as he climbs up. He's now up in the tower along with Datura. What are you doing, Valius?
I'm going to tie up Heathcliff and then attempt to climb up behind Eglath.
Alright, you don't have a problem climbing up it. So, you climb it up as Randuin is examining the tower there.
And one last time, he hypes himself up a few more times, muttering some strange words and flexing as powerfully as he can. And then he just kind of starts to climb up the rope pretty easily with his high strength.
Okay. Alright, so you guys all find yourselves in the tower, looking about. Some waterlogged furniture and whatnot that is clearly waterlogged. Some of, and the floor here is also made out of wood, and with all your guys' weight on the floor, you hear it creaking pretty bad. There's a lot of spots in the wooden floor that are really soggy, and as a matter of fact, Eglath, after you get in there, one of the boards gives loose and your foot goes through it, but you're able to quickly catch your balance and find a beam running underneath the floor that will hold your weight.
Okay. It's gonna be tough.
You guys do see a flight of stairs, wooden stairs that do spiral down deeper into the tower's depths.
Hoping that it has a railing.
There is a railing.
Okay, yeah, Eglath definitely uses that.
This is just kind of, it's not really out of character, but so I'm going to ask it out of character. Eglath, how powerful does your Goliath look? I know Goliath's very strong. Randuin is like a bodybuilder basically, so he's almost kind of curious to how powerful you look.
Well, he's very tall. He's 8 feet. He's over 8 feet tall. So he's rather skinny, but he's pretty extremely strong. It's just throughout his body is long muscles. He's more lean than he is muscular.
Okay, because Velius would know this, but if you look at Randuin, he's this very stout-looking dwarf, and he is just absolutely jacked. So you're not really sure what class he is or anything, but this guy is like ogre strong. He is just like he's never missed an arm day. Maybe he missed a leg day, but he's never missed an arm day. Okay.
I've seen Randuin single-handedly take on hordes of orcs.
Oh yeah. So who wants to lead the way here? Randuin would love to if nobody wants to take one.
might be good if the tourist scouts ahead is he won't be making noise on creaky stairs as he goes down.
Eglath's going to be going slow because he has to hold on to the railing in case one of the boards breaks, so he doesn't just fall down the stairs.
Okay.
So
And every once in a while, you hear a caw out of Randuin, but that's probably normal by now.
So, what's the party order? Deter's going in first?
Yeah, but before I start heading down the stairs, I'm going to cast Mage Armor
Okay.
on myself.
And then who's next in the party order?
We'll go Elgath, and then Randuin and Velius, I guess.
Okay.
I should go last, yeah.
And you see Randuin just pull out one of his hand axes, and he keeps the others close to him on his belt. He seems ready to fight something. And before you guys head down, he just says, there's a giant serpent down here, guys. The birds told me.
There's two confirmations: the birds and the town.
Alright. So you see Datura kind of flutter as he hits down the stairs there as he's flying down. As you leave that room and start going down the stairs, you hear the dripping of water, and also the sun is there's not as much sunlight filtering through down below here. Some of you that don't have dark vision are having a hard time seeing at this point after you start going down the stairs.
As the darkness starts getting thicker, I will cast Dancing Lights cantrip.
Okay.
But I'll try to keep it back a little bit so it's not like ahead of us announcing us as we head down.
Okay. So you guys descend down the stairs now that all of you can see. And the spiral stairs go down for quite some time. It looks like you probably, with Randuin there, he can easily tell you've descended at least 60 feet down into the tower at this point before this you guys come to a landing, and it's a stone floor. You see a hallway that extends towards the west, and you see some torchlight flickering off the walls in the distance up ahead, and you see the occasional water kind of dripping through the stonework in the walls here. Drip, drip.
These walls gonna hold? Is this place gonna collapse in on us?
We're underwater, I think. Maybe we'll see those people who fell in the ice.
Alright, so you guys going to continue going down the hallway?
How far ahead is the light source?
It looks like it's probably down the hall, probably about 60 feet down.
Yeah, I guess slow the pace a bit and continue forward. And once the light ahead of us starts casting enough light, I'll send the dancing light behind the group.
Okay. So you guys slow up as you guys are walking down the hall here. At one point, Randuin, you look at the walls, and there's one part in the walls where there's a pretty good stream of water coming through, and at this point there's a slight puddle of water in the middle of the hall here, with the water leaking through the stone.
You guys ready to go swimming?
Anyhow, finally you see that the hallway opens up into a larger room up ahead, and you can see on the walls up ahead there are some torches hung on some sconces. In this room, it's kind of an L-shaped room. There are some pillars in this part. In the middle of the room there, you guys should be able to see it now, you see a pit over towards the eastern side of the room there. You see a couple flights of stairs that go up to a platform there, and you see an obelisk over there. And you see the room that bends around. You see another set of columns on that side with the hallway running that way. And also in here you see a group of people on the other side of the room there. They're all human. The one in front looks like he's probably a barbarian. The other ones are wearing leathers, sporting crossbows, and looks like they have a couple swords next to them. And towards the back of that group there, you see another individual, clearly not wearing any armor, but he has a bunch of different esoteric trinkets and devices on him. It looks like he might be a wielder of some type of magical arts. And as you guys enter into that side of the room, they also see you. And the one in the back there with the esoteric trinkets and whatnot, he says, "The whispers beyond have brought me far, and finally I have found you. Please drink of my blood and absolve me."
Oh, you want to go visit the depths with your associates, I think. Why are you in the tower?
And with that,
I don't know who you are.
Oh, go ahead.
Vilius just said, I don't know who you are, sir, but I shall definitely not be drinking of your blood.
And he actually points directly at you, Velius, and he says, "You are the leech, the drinker of tainted blood, the devourer of sins. My heart beats stronger now. I can feel it thrumming for absolution."
Oh, Randuin's ready for some blood. You can see like this devilish smile forming across his face as he has an excuse to just murder people.
If I can, I would throw a spell at him. I don't know if we need to roll initiative or whatnot, but as soon as he starts talking about drinking blood and stuff, I'm gonna try to toss my chromatic orb at him.
Alright, so
Randuin has his own stuff he wants to do as well.
alright, so we'll go ahead and roll initiative then.
Where's lose initiative? Where the hell is it?
It's on the main page, about halfway down in the middle.
Oh, in the middle of the AC and stuff. Okay, there it is. Where's friggin' lose it?
Alright, looks like everyone has rolled. Alright, starting it off. Datura, you're up first.
I think Velius accidentally rolled twice.
Oops. Yeah, I did.
No problem.
Okay, so let's see here. I'll go for orb of poison. I don't know that it makes a difference other than just to know what type it is.
Okay. And who are you casting that at?
The guy that was talking about
Mortinus?
drinking his blood.
Okay. So that will hit. Oh, damn.
So 12 points of poison.
Alright, he screeches out in pain. Ah! No! Kill them all!
And then I'm going
But spare the leech! Go ahead.
after I throw the spell, I'm gonna move over there behind the pillar.
Okay. Let's see here. I think it's 4. Okay. So that'll bring us to the next person. Agnar, the human barbarian in the front there. He is going to rush up and attack the closest person, which appears to be Randuin. As he comes in, he's wielding a flail and a katar as he is swinging both of them at you. Let's see here, Randuin. He comes in with a fling of his flail, and it strikes into the column. Some stones are chipped loose. And he's all, gosh darn it, damn column in the way. And with that, he comes in with a strike with his left hand using his katar, trying to hit you in the gut. But you take a back step as it misses. And that brings us to Randuin.
Velius had a 12 on initiative.
That's right.
The second roll. I mean, I'll go if you want me to. It doesn't matter either way.
Yeah, I don't mind. It's my fault.
Okay. Randuin, he looks at this guy devilishly, and he's gonna try to circle around him to the backside. Actually, no, he'll stand there. You just see Randuin smile with like absolute disregard of humanity as he just slams both. He pulls the second hand axe off, and he just tries to chop him up with both hand axes. Just gonna slash into him twice.
Alright. Oh, nice.
So basically, you just see him just stab one into the guy's shoulder, and then the other one, it just swings from the side and just digs into his side as hard as he can with his giant rippling muscles. And the damage here. And the offhand. The side attack apparently just barely glances him. But otherwise, Randuin has struck him pretty hard. And he
heals
just looks at
about-
the guy and says, "Oh, you're next."
Ooh, I'm gonna slay me a dwarf. I'm gonna kill you and stuff you in the pit. Alright, so with that, we'll go ahead and backtrack since I've fixed Valius's initiative. So, Valius, go ahead.
They'll reach forth an arm and wave towards Randuin, saying, "May the dawn's light protect you." And he casts Shield of Faith, which hopefully this effect will work.
Nice. Alright, so that
Mandarin's bathed in an orange light.
Super boosted armor class Justice.
nice. Alright, and Bandit 1 here. He's going to rush up the stairs to the top of the platform, raising up his crossbow, and he's going to aim it at Elgath. As you see a quarrel shoot out, striking you in your left shoulder. He's a ha-ha! I got the big brute! And the next one's, oh yeah? Well, I'm gonna take out that dwarf. Watch this! As he levels his crossbow and aims at Renduin. And the quarrel strikes out and hits the the column there. And the other one laughs. You couldn't hit a snake in a barrel. Let's see this other one. He is going to also level up his crossbow as he's going to shoot at Elgath. So, let's take out the big guy. He probably can hit the hardest. As another quarrel shoots out at you but misses. And Bandit 4 there, he's all agreed. The big one shall die first. Another quarrel shoots out, striking Elgath in the left thigh. Right. And that brings us to Eglath's turn.
Alright.
Eglath the Pincushion.
Yeah. Arrows shot at me like crazy. His quiet demeanor fades away as his eyes begin to burn in anger. Starts to yell out with furious roars. As he comes up to Agnar, the great axe tries to cleave him.
So you're going to move up and attack him?
Yeah, I'm trying to find my speed.
Okay.
I want to try to see if I can get to the other side to get flanking.
Oh, okay.
We don't use flanking, do we?
No.
I'm just used to it. There's no flanking?
No, there isn't.
Oh, okay. So then I don't want to get too far from Velius then. Yeah, I'll just move over there. Leave him in 2 with the great axe.
And with that, you hit him pretty hard. He's, damn. Get him, boy. Oh, gosh, that hurts.
He's just mindlessly screams and yells.
Alright. And with that, Mortinus, he glares at Velius. Is that the leech? Look into my eyes. See what I have seen. Please, drink of my blood. I need for you to make a wisdom savings throw, please.
Oh.
Oh. Nice. Anyhow, you feel some tingling sense attacking you, but you're able to see past it and shake it off to no effect. Let's see. With that,
Lathander protects me. You have no power here.
gotcha. And with that, he starts screeching out in a tongue. Let's see if any of you guys have that language. No. No. None of you guys have the language. Anyhow, you start screeching out. It sounds like curses and an agonizing screech. It's almost painful to actually hear it. And with that, I need for all of you to actually make a wisdom saving throw for that one.
Oh Lord, it's not good.
Alright. So it looks like Velius made it, everyone else failed. So with
Oh.
that,
I get advantage on saving throws, so I need to roll again.
okay.
Not that it'll probably make a difference, but I'm just saying. Yeah.
Okay. And with that, all of you except for Velius are now frightened, as an uncontrollable fear creeps over you. Let's see here. Let's see. Hold on while I look at that. I haven't seen what Frighten does. Okay, so that means you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. And you can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. Alright, with that, we are now back to Datura.
Okay. So, as I feel this overwhelming fear come over me, I use my superior invisibility to turn myself invisible.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright, with that, the big barbarian that's engaged with Agnar and Elgath, or, yeah, that you guys are fighting, he is, he's, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, the mad one, he's got to you, I can see it in your faces. And with that, he comes in with an overhead swing with his flail at Randuin, which misses.
Bounces off my holy shield of justice.
Nice. And with that, when he does that, he darts out his left hand, trying to jab Elgath in the side with his Qatar. Ooh, and that's a miss. Alright, Velius, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move down to here, so I'm just slightly behind the large form of Elgath, and look back at Mortius and say, "Get to the dark," and a beam of sacred flame will descend upon him. So, dex saving throw for him. Oh, actually, 1 second. I've got it set up.
Okay.
I think.
So it looks like he probably passed with a 14.
He did. He passed, I'm afraid.
He's all, he goes, "Nice try, leech. But this can all be over with if you come drink of my blood and absolve me of my sins. Please, leech. If not, I will destroy you and all your friends. Yes."
Have I any idea what sort of church he is, or to what he's referring to? Is there any sort of religion thing I might have heard of or anything?
You can make a religion check if you'd like. Oops. Let's see here.
Anyone here?
What's that?
Oh, I thought I disconnected. I'm sorry.
No, you're still here. You believe that he thinks you're some sort of leech being who can cure his affliction of the mind and spirit by drinking his blood. He and his comrades' demeanor suggest that they will do anything to get to you. As far as a religion, you've never heard of what's behind this. Looking at his various esoteric trinkets and talismans, you could see his intentions seem to be a mixture of wielding eldritch knowledge and power while protecting himself against threats of the mind, body, and soul. Clearly is fascinated with things magical and mystical. It's about all you can read into him.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, anything else, Valius?
I think that's probably all I can do.
Alright, so that'll bring us to Randuin.
Alright, well, I'll roll
Oh.
this out a little bit. You have something else to say?
Sorry, Randuin, 1 second. I just remember something. I think you can interrupt your movement, can't you? So am I able to move back as well? Is
Yes.
that right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'll move back then if I may.
Okay.
Sorry, Randuin, I feel it.
And you look at Randuin and his paranoid eyes, they go even wider with fear. And while no one is directly in front of him to notice, all you hear out of him is, "Oh, I'm not afraid of you! Ooh!" And then he just swings his axes at the guy in front of him.
Alright, and you...
Roll this with disadvantage, right?
Correct.
Alright, so here's his first attack. Oh!
Oh, that's a hit.
Dang it, I rolled it wrong. He's still alive, right?
He's still alive.
I'm gonna put you down! And then he swings with his offhand axe now.
Okay.
And he's clearly not on his game as he kind of just swings wildly and just clips the pillar in front of him. But he still manages to at least put a little bit of hurt on this guy. Oh.
He goes, "If I'm going down, I'm gonna take you with me, dwarf, and I'm gonna push you into that pit over there."
I don't think so.
Alright. So with that, it's the bandit's turn. The one that shot at Randuin... Oh, actually, no, he shot at Elgath last turn, he's going to shoot another quarrel at you. As it streaks out and it misses. Another one, he's going to he's actually going to back up behind this pillar, and he's going to shoot a quiver at Randuin, or a quarrel, and it strikes and hits the pillar and breaks and snaps in half as it hits the pillar there. Alright, this one over here, he's going to move around closer to the pit as he shoots another arrow at Elgath.
He's that big one must die this turn. We can't have him take out our beloved Agnar.
As a quarrel streaks out and shoots way over your head, striking into the ceiling. And Bandit 4, he comes around the corner there, and he peeks out from around the corner and snaps off a quarrel at Eglath as well. Oh, damn! As his
I
aim
can
is
react to
true.
that, right?
What's that?
I can react to that, right?
He's gonna use his Goliath creation
Yeah.
to mitigate some of that.
A stone's endurance.
Okay.
When you take damage, you can use your reaction roll to roll a d12, add your con modifier to the number rolled, and reduce the damage of that by that total.
That would be a good one to do on here. Alright, so let's do the damage on it so you know how much to try and negate.
Oh my lord!
As the quarrel
12.
barrows deep into your right shoulder, which you negate
Isn't it
how
add
much?
con as well?
Yeah, it's plus con, so it's plus 4, so that reduces it by 13.
Okay. So that means it will only have done 2, so I'll give you 13 back. So give me just a second.
So Randuin just saw this guy get shot in the head by a crossbow bolt and not even react. He was impressed.
Alright, and with that, it is your turn, Eglath, as that bandit screeches out.
What? That should have killed that bastard.
Actually, he would have taken 0 damage because he's raging. I just remember.
Or for the piercing. Well, I still would have taken 1 at least. It reduces it by half.
Your rage would have reduced that down to like a 7, and then you would have blocked like 14. But yeah.
Oh, I see. I was doing it backwards.
Alright, so I reduce some more damage. So it's your turn.
Okay. So frightened just means that we can't get closer to Mortonus because he's the one who did it, right?
And you attack with disadvantage.
Correct.
Do we get chances to save at the end of our turns or something?
If you'd like to, yes, you can try and make a save to try and fight off the fear.
Okay, well
I'm gonna try to take Agnar out first,
I'll roll it on my turn.
so I don't miss. I hope I hit the right one. Yeah, I did. Okay.
As he sidesteps from your blow. What's that?
Never mind. No, I was gonna say if I could use my inspiration to re-roll it, but that just gives you advantage, which would cancel that. But I don't know what the other roll was. Yeah, that all up. All right. So how do we go about trying to save to get rid of this fear?
Okay, go ahead
End of the
and
turn.
make your wisdom savings throw, which you could take. It's on your main page. Savings throws are on the right side of the character sheet, towards the bottom, main page. And you try to fight off the fear and shake it off, but it has a firm grip on you.
Can I take my save for this turn as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh
No.
god, that's just terrifying.
right, and with that, it is Mortanuse's turn as he glares at you, Egleth.
He says, You should just dump yourself into the pit and kill yourself. You should do it now.
And with that, he gives you a glare. You need to go ahead and make yet another wisdom saving throw. Oh,
Nice.
Guess I'm not.
I kind of had a question about that. That command, would whatever it was to do it, wouldn't that kind of be blocked out by the sphere anyway, since he can't willingly move towards him? I was just thinking, unless that would negate the fear. You know what I mean? They kind of like are not opposition to each other.
true.
He passed anyway, probably.
Oh, he super passed. He got a 22.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
All
It's like a
right.
contradiction in rules.
And
He's like, fine.
and with that, he reaches up to his back and he chucks a dagger at Egleth. As a dagger streaks out. See, that's going to be a disadvantage since it's long range there. And that misses as the dagger clings and bounces off the floor there. Alright, Datura, your turn.
Okay, first, I would try to shake off the fear.
Alright, go ahead and make your saving throw. No dice.
Okay, so as I sit there invisible, quaking behind the pillar, I kind of fumble around, my hand coming to my recently acquired wand, and I'm just going to sidestep from behind the pillar and point it at the cause of my fear, trying to make him go away.
Okay.
It's the wand of magic missiles.
Oh,
So I don't know what I need to roll
nice.
for that.
So go ahead and roll the damage since there's no attack roll on it.
Oh, okay, cool. What's the damage for magic missiles?
Let me see what that one does.
I think it's 3d4 plus 3.
Probably. Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Oh,
I'm sorry, what, 3d4?
Plus 3. Each missile is a d4 plus 1. Plus
So
12.
12 points of damage total.
Alright. As those three darts streak out and strike into him, hitting some type of shield, dampening some of the damage. You see some blue impacts that surround him. And you see one of them does pierce through, though. And you see him kind of some steam rising from him where it hit.
He's no. I must have the leech drink from my blood. Why do you prevent it so?
Elgath accidentally gave the guy in front of us a buff. If you want to remove that.
Alright, so anything else, Deter?
No, I think that's all my actions for this turn. Just ducking back behind where I was hiding before.
Alright, and with that, Agnar, he looks nervously up at the large brute.
He's you're in the way. You must die. Die now.
as he goes into a full frenzy as he swings his flail and guitar at Eglath this turn. As the flail swings at you and misses as you sidestep, he comes in with a low blow with his guitar, and you take a step back.
Is it what? It can't be. Fate knows you must die this day.
Okay, Valius, your turn.
I'll step forward again and I'll shout, "Back with you, back." This time I will, a bolt of divine energy will fly from my fingertips towards the towards Mortonus.
Okay. Alright, that is a killing blow. Go ahead and take it away.
Okay, the light will fly, arcing across the room towards him, illuminating its path as it strikes him upon the chest, searing his clothing and encompassing him in a bright orange flame. As he'll cry out and fall to his knees.
And as he does that, he cries out,
The Leech, no! You have given me a dishonorable death. You were supposed to absolve me.
and drops to the ground.
Feels is a little concerned by this, but I don't feel I have much choice. I will step back again.
When he dies, does the fear that we felt go away?
You
Or are
you
we
feel it
still
lessening.
under the effects?
Next
Okay.
turn, I'll give you advantage on your next turn to dismiss it.
Okay.
Alright, Randuin's first gonna try to break free of the fear using just a regular roll.
Okay, so you'll get advantage on it.
An 18 and a 10.
All right, that is
awesome.
successful. You're able to shake it off.
Oh, you're next, Agnar. Oh, I'm gonna chop you into pieces. And with that, he's just gonna hack into him yet again.
Okay.
I don't know why that rolled twice.
Yeah,
Disadvantage.
it looked like you had disadvantage on, which you're no longer under disadvantage. So go ahead and re-roll.
Oh, okay, yeah, just pop that off. I don't know how to remove it.
Is it the frightened condition, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Doesn't the GM have to remove that though? I don't know.
No, it's fine. There's nothing to have to do. Just re-roll your attack roll.
I rolled a 7 and a 20. It's automatically applying unless you want me to apply disadvantage or advantage to them.
Okay, I see. Hold on. All right, go ahead and try one more time here. Okay, that's what it was. I had to remove the frightened thing. All right, so go ahead and do your damage. And that is a killing blow. Take it away.
You see Randuin just kind of cackle maniacally as he just digs his axe into the neck of Agnar. And he just kind of slashes down. And he doesn't sever the head, but he just kind of releases a jet of blood. And he almost bathes in it for just a second, as like this crackle of dark energy sparks off of his dying corpse. And with that, you almost notice that Randuin's almost enraged as he charges forward, not sated for his desire for blood. So I'm gonna move my guy up 25 feet and then take my next action. Okay.
Go for it.
User entered your channel.
So Randuin just charges forward and he looks at the guy at the stairs and he just smiles as he grabs his offhand is ready and he just chucks it at him and throws it up the stairs and trying to take this guy down.
Nice.
I don't know why it keeps saying that for me. Well, that's a miss. But actually, yeah, 11. Is that a miss?
That is indeed a miss.
Okay. And then after he throws that, he just pulls another one off his belt, and that's the end of his turn.
Alright, and with that, the hand axe goes flying off to the side of that bandit. He levels his crossbow now at the dwarf, seeing as you're his most the opponent of choice.
He says, I can't believe you killed Mortinus and Agnar, but that's okay. I will take you down.
And with that, he levels his crossbow at you, trying to shoot a quarrel into your head. Ooh. As quarrel pierces into your left cheek.
He says, ha 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 ha.
And although he did get hit, you actually see zero reaction out of Randuin, as it didn't appear to harm him at all for some strange reason.
So what? What? Fate. What is wrong with fate? Fate is not cooperating. Damn you, fate.
Your attacks are nothing to me, Whoa.
And with that, he's all, brothers, kill the dwarf. Kill him now.
And the other bandit behind the pillar over there, he levels his crossbow and shoots out at you. And that's a miss. Let's see here. Looks like all of them are going to take aim at the dwarf now, as quarrels are shooting from all different areas of the room. And you're able to dodge all these quarrels that are coming out of all these crooks and crannies. Alright, Eglath, your turn.
Alright, let's try to get rid of this frightened thing, otherwise I can't get over there. Because what's his face is still, his body's still there.
Gotcha. And you have advantage on it. Okay, so let me take that off. Okay.
Alright, gonna try to... They still have charge in this, yes?
No, charge is not in 5th edition anymore.
Alright, so how do I get over there then? I know there's a thing where you move twice your speed, yeah?
You can dash.
Dash, there you go. I knew something. So if I dash, speed would be 60 feet, though. That's 50 feet, so...
Yep, if you dash over there, you can do that, but you will not have an action to make an attack with.
Otherwise I move half the room and then still have no attack anyway.
Yep.
So then that's it, right?
Okay. Alright, so Datura, you're up.
Oh my.
Well, as before, still kind of quaking in fear, I pop out, pointing my wand at Bandit 1 and letting loose another barrage of magic missiles.
That was a 2 with advantage? That's terrible.
You rolled a 1 and a 2.
Wow.
Randuin knows who's the coward.
So 11 points of damage to Bandit 1.
Alright, that's a killing blow. Go ahead and take it.
So still overcome with his fear, he just peeks out from behind the pillar, aiming the wand, as 3 balls of magical energy fly out, slamming into the bandit, knocking him off his feet into the wall behind him. And he darts back behind the pillar.
Nice. Alright, that brings us to Valius.
Okay, I'll move up forwards. Hopefully douse this bandit in some divine light. It's a DC 13 he needs. Don't know if that
And he got a
passes.
17.
Okay, it's a miss then.
He says, your powers have no effect over me, priest. Alright, Randuin, you're up.
Upon seeing the person in front of him get killed, this almost makes him more angry than anything that's happened so far. And you just hear him growl, "How dare you steal my bounty, cowardly creature!" And he's yelling at Zentura as he charges forward and goes for his next victim.
Alright.
He's gonna run directly south next to this guy, and you see him just hack into him with his first attack. And that clearly lands.
Yep. That's about a 3. As you
Well, this guy
strike.
lived. Ooh.
Yeah. He's
So Randuin just chops into him, and the guy somehow is still alive, and then Randuin just kind of laughs as he swings his offhand as well. "Oh, you're going down!" He totally misses.
yeah, that's a miss.
Well, at least this cowardly creature can kill what he's fighting.
Be wise to watch your words, tiny ding. He has no idea what you are, but he has ideas.
He's,
And that's it.
ugh. You stinking dwarf. His friend further around the room there, he levels his crossbow. He says, "I got him, don't worry." Poing! As a quarrel shoots out at you. But shoots over your head. He's like, "Blast it!" As he
User disconnected from your
throws
channel.
down his crossbow and it shatters on the floor. And he pulls out a scimitar. And he runs forward. He says, "Ah!" as he runs forward. "I'm gonna gut you!" And the one that you hit, he is actually, he takes his crossbow and he drops it as he tries to grab a hold of you. We're going to do a strength contest between you and him. So go ahead and make your strength check. Randuin.
Yeah, I rolled it and I got a 16. 12 plus 4.
I don't see it in the chat window.
It's just a strength ability check, right?
Yep.
See if it pops up this time.
Oh,
There you go, 24 then.
alright. So he tries to grab a
Very
hold
nice.
of you. And as he tries to grab a hold of you, he's also trying to jump in the pit, trying to take you with him. But you clearly duck under his grab as he flies down into the pit. And you hear a thud. He's
You deny me my victory in battle. Dare you? This is an insult.
That's twice now.
Bandit 4, he drops his crossbow, takes out a scimitar, and goes in with a low backhand cut at Eglath. And as he swings out, his scimitar goes flying out of his hands. And you see him just shake his head, knowingly that that's going to be the death of him. Alright, Eglath, your turn.
Quick question before I go. Does drawing weapons like that provoke attack opportunities like it does in the other systems, or?
No.
Attack of opportunities are only provoked when you leave an opponent's reach.
Oh wow, I'm not even casting spells next to them?
Nope. Casting
They
spells
would have
in melee
disadvantage
only
if it's-
gives you disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Alright, so try to split this bandit in two. Or not.
As he
Oh, I
ducks
got my
under the
inspiration.
blow.
I can re-roll it?
You're using your inspiration?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Like that. Alright, let's try that again. Ah, there we go. Much better.
And that is a killing blow. Take it away.
Wait. So, the great axe chopping downward from head to feet, split him straight down right between his ribs and his head and his groin. Just split him right in two. He falls into two halves.
Nice. Alright, that leaves Datura.
Okay, so first, see if I can unfraidy cat myself.
It looks like you got it.
Okay, so the frighten's off. So as soon as that fear drops away, anger at being manipulated in that way, it starts flushing through this foot-tall pixie as he comes barreling out from behind the pillar. And comes shooting out, chanting, sending a green crackling orb of poison at the last bandit.
And that's a hit. Ugh. What the hell are you? Alright, anything else?
Nope.
Alright, so that brings us to Valius.
Okay, let's step a little bit further. There. Since this bandit mocked me last time, I shall bring down some more divine fire on him, hopefully having more luck than I had last time. So 13 he's looking for.
And that's a failure. That's a death blow. Take it away.
Very nice.
Okay, and the second time of trying, the divine fire rolls down from the sky and fully encasing the bandit with its light, and it'll sear within its hair on fire as it falls to the ground, blackened.
You see Random just kind of grumble angrily like this. Bounties.
And
Noticing Egloff looks like he's. Sorry.
go ahead.
Noticing Egloff looks like he's taken a slight knock there. Valius will just look a little concerned. My large friend, are you okay there? Do you require any of my healing?
I can end the rage whenever I want, right?
It ends if you don't attack for one turn, basically, or get hurt for one turn, so it's over.
I just want to make sure I don't have to accidentally attack everybody. Yeah. It would be very much appreciated. They caught me by surprise for a fight. Very embarrassing.
Are we out of initiative now?
Are you finished?
If we are out.
Yeah, the combat's over.
Yeah. Okay, I'll move up to Egloff then and press a hand to his forehead, make Lathander heal your wounds.
A question: How far up would it be to get back out of the tower?
How far up is it?
You said it's like 60 feet up, right?
Yeah, to get up to where you guys entered into the tower. Yeah.
Okay. After we're done settling stuff, my character has something to do. So Randuin picks around on the bodies of all these slain individuals, looking for anything of interest to him.
Okay. Which one are you searching?
He'll search the warrior Agnar first, because he doesn't really care about the little magic user.
Okay.
And I'll search him, Mortimer, whatever his name was.
All right. Let's see here. All right, on Agnar, you find 10 gold pieces.
Are you just gonna handle all the loot, so we just dole it out at the end, or what?
Yeah.
Okay, it's much easier to deal with.
Let's see, Mortimer. Datura searches Mordenus. You find 12 electrum pieces, and he also has a scroll in a scroll case. What's Egloff and Valius doing?
I'd glad to be searching the rest of the bandits, the little guys, except for the one that fell in the hole. He's not jumping down there.
Alright, you find a total of 28 silver pieces on them.
Valius isn't doing anything in particular. He's going to keep an eye out and remain vigilant in case anything tries to sneak up on us or whatever.
What kind of scrolls were those? Are they like parchment or like spell scrolls?
It's a spell scroll.
Did you say Datura looked at this, found the scrolls?
Yep.
Let me look at the scrolls, Datura. You're a wizard, right? Sorcerer, to be precise.
Yeah, can I tell what it's a scroll of, or is there a way to identify it? Or is that like you detect magic or whatever?
Do you have identify?
Yeah, if it's a spell, no, I don't. So if not,
about
I
the
guess
only
we'll
thing
just tuck
that
it
you
away.
can make out of it is it's some type of arcane spell.